bring it back. Okay. Tap, tap, tap. I think that works. All right. That was ridiculous. Yep. All right. Audio works again. Let's write some open source. Let me start some stuff. I have 0 caffeine so far. Coffee's okay today. Okay. Let's get going. There's tons of progress. There's tons of good stuff. So to build this Chatfield, to make this data model, to interview people, to use, the point of Chatfield is to use, rather than an HTML form, you can use these AI conversations, you could say, to gather the same information. So in circumstances where collecting this information is better in a conversation, that's when you want Chatfield. And so my big goal is that this works in TypeScript and Python. And finally, the other day, the day before yesterday, that got pretty good. Both test suites are like identical to each other and also passing at the same rate, all passing. So today, and then yesterday was kind of, I remember yesterday was a few things, a little bit of synchronization. Oh, the message reducer for sure. Oh yeah, I forgot. That was a pain in the neck. I had to dig into the source code and find that message reducer in the JavaScript source code. And then finally, that kind of prompted me to upgrade. I'm real happy with my upgrade. There was, I think, 0 issues with LangGraph 00 or 110. And I don't follow LangGraph closely, but I imagine there's good anticipation and there's good buildup to this 1.0 release. So this is alpha 3 of that, if I recall. And then Python's good, everything's good. Let me see, can I run my, oh yeah, I had a little bit of, oh yeah, I had tool calling issues, if I remember. So let me just read my little message to myself. After the user input, the interview object is, oh yeah, my interview object was dropping out. I had a little state management problem I need to get back into. Oh, I'm definitely going to need caffeine for that. Okay. And so, cool. So, yeah, either the go method is messing up the state or the reducer. My reducer is a shambles. My Python reducer is a total shambles. In fact, maybe let's just get started asking Claude Code. Let's just go into, let me just do this to start off. Look at the reducer or the merge function in both languages, interviewer. What are the differences? For what it's worth. Okay, let's let it compare and notice, oh, there's massive differences, and see what it wants to do. The thing is, I think I know why it originally wrote these wrong. The reason is in the Python version, I import a third-party package. I import this diff. What was that, deep diff? Oh yeah, Python deep diff. That's a fun name to say. Whoops. Yeah. Oops, spelled it wrong. So then in JavaScript, there's not, I suppose, literally the exact same package. So it implemented it differently, and it's not going to be trivial to solve this. It won't be super impossible either. There are diff libraries in JavaScript as well. I even wrote one. That's what where was that? I wrote a diff package like years ago, but I don't want to use that. But I wrote a JavaScript diff package. Where was that? No, that's activity. Look, who told me? Somebody told me, "Hey, get a regular schedule and then it'll flatten out." I'm really happy with that change. I'm thankful for that suggestion. Okay. So then I kind of enjoy what I've started enjoying is just a little bit of open source every morning before I start my day. It's very nice. So, mm, no, not projects, repos. Diff. Was it diff? There was some kind of diff. I definitely made a diff package um, years ago. Hmm. CQS is awesome. Any test suites in here? CQS is super awesome. I just shamelessly stole um, Amazon Simple Queue Service, SQS. Everything's exactly the same. It just runs on Couch TV. Yes. I used this in Iris Couch for years. This was like the basic primary sort of job queuing system, the whole thing, because it was a Couch TV business, so we were running tons of Couch TV. So it was effectively free to get a little queuing system. I love SQS. Okay, let's get back to work. Coffee. So this is the issue. It's going to say, uh-oh, on Python, first of all, on Python there's an implementation and in JavaScript there's not. And then it's going to say you're using deep diff in Python and maybe it'll have some ideas for TypeScript. All right. Oh, this is a bug I was totally unaware of. Here we go, the merge function logic. Complex subclass deletion uses deep diff, exactly. Has special handling for type changes. Yeah, does nothing. Okay, so we could tighten up this initialize. The Python relies on the initialize node to populate. Yep. In TypeScript, the merge function gets called. Oh, right. Remove interview from initial state. That is a good idea. Thank you. Correct. We need to talk about this deep diff though. I want to see what implementation is it, and it's going to be, whew, at the best, it'll sort of have trivial differences, and at the worst, it'll just be a little bit different. It'll be enough of a different mental model on diffs, arbitrary differences between two objects, that the code will just look the code will sort of look unrecognizable. It should be relatively straightforward either way, though. And I don't expect to change these reduce functions. Well, that's famous last words. I shouldn't say that. You never finish your reduce functions. I think you scale stuff out, you add more scope. The thing about reduce functions is you sort of get arbitrary changes coming in. So yeah, let's just go. Okay, and then handle the interview. What is this? Interview class preservation, excuse me. Ensure the interview. Yeah, what's going on? Okay, yeah, okay. So let's keep planning. Um let's focus on one thing. Okay. Um which is available in Python and TypeScript or JavaScript. If not, parallel. Yeah, let's ask it. You need to find an npm package, or you need to know of one which can do both. Yeah, do it. They never search. Maybe I'm old. Maybe I search differently. I don't search like this, but that's okay. JavaScript, TypeScript, deep diff library, similar to Python, deep diff. Yes. Thank you. Let me cough here. Thank you. All right, so we're going to do deep diff. So we're building out that merge implementation. Now, I wonder if that merge, that's a good point, because when I left yesterday, I had some problems with state. And I had some theories kind of here. Where was that? My theory, I had some theories, was maybe the go method. Oh, I did say maybe it's the reducer. So this could be killing two birds with one stone a little bit. Let's see. Okay. Oh, custom simplified diff. Yeah, definitely. I don't use checks if diffs exist. Extracts type changes and value changes. Okay. Yeah. Actually, I like this idea. Just detecting field value changes. Ensures perfect parity. Yeah. Check for changes. There you go. Yeah. Perfect. Do it. Let's give it accept edits. And let's do it. This is awesome. Mm-hmm. Remove interview from the initial state. Yes. Now, the only issue with my bug was the interview object was correct for a little while, and then somehow it lost it. So we'll see. TypeScript is still a little less tidy than Python. I noticed the Langsmith traces kind of weren't as good. I don't know. Something was wrong with these. 14 seconds? That seems wrong. 99 seconds? That can't be right. Is it because I typed to it? There's the output. Oh yeah, I remember. Like even the whole conversation was kind of collapsing. Oh yeah, that's exactly it. I remember. Let's pull it up, right? Code. Okay. So what's happening is with the test, for example, if I look at the TypeScript, not examples, but tests of the conversations. Let me think. Yes. So these have these faux calls, these sort of intercepted LLMs, like a faux LLM. And the entire conversation is effectively a fixture here. And so by not calling the LLM, all of this works. And especially the LLM always returns these like tool call values and so on. It's always working. So so that was always working. And so then calling the real LLM has never been working, apparently. Now I have good like debugging and stuff working. Whoa, npx doesn't exist. That seems weird. Debug the current file. Favorite number. No. Make sure it is installed in your path. Yes. That seems wrong. Let's start it again. That seems wrong. Nothing changed, huh? Let's do a quick Python debug. Where is one? TypeScript again. Let's just do a PyTest. PyTest all tests. F5. Oh yeah. Oh. Uh-oh. Let's go read. Did it miss some of the changes yesterday? We renamed everything. We renamed everything. So let's go check it all. Launch.json. Mhm. So is there any Chatfield stuff? Oh yeah, there's tons of it. Did I lose it or did I revert it out? I must have. Chatfield, right? Mm-hmm. Chatfield. So we could do like this. Let's see. Chatfield. I think this will mostly work. Uh-huh. Yes. Let's do this. Globally substitute slash Chatfield with slash py. No, p. Yes, thank you. I know. I lost my. Actually, and something else I do. What is it? VS Code slash launch. Did I revert it out? Or did I drop it out? Oops. 6. No. I think I just never checked it in or something. I must have dropped it out at the end of my work yesterday. Okay, so would that be Python slash Chatfield? Go. Oops. Slash Chatfield. Go. Okay, so that should be Python now, I believe. Thank you. And then where would slash, what was it? Chatfield -js ts pytest. Come here. Okay, yeah, just where is that going? This is wrong, right? Oh wait, env file, fine. Oh, cwd. Oh, that's right. TypeScript, yeah. Never open. Okay, let's see what happens. F5. Okay, Python's back. Slash Python. Oops. Yes. Okay, a little bit wrong. No problem. Slash tests. This is wrong. What is these args here? It's not Python slash Chatfield test. It's just Python slash tests, of course. The working directory, let's go from Python actually. The Python path, actually, I believe that's wrong too. All of this is wrong. What am I doing? You know what I'm gonna do? Make Claude Code fix it. I'm gonna make Claude Code fix this as well. Oops, do it again. Oh, cat, are you kidding? I'm approving the cat command. Oh God. Okay. So, oh, there's a message. Hello, any recommendations for beginners looking into data? Personal projects to do. What is that? 7:26. Oh, just 2 minutes ago. Yes. Recommendations for beginners getting, oh, where's my glasses? Getting into data. I definitely have some thoughts about just beginners getting into this, which I've said a little earlier. Let me just make Claude. Wow. Oh, excuse me? Let's do a new one. Weird. Something went off there. So this is my, I'll talk about beginner. This is my unnamed profile, is it? Let's just put this back. This will be my Python. Yeah. Activate Python. Okay. Import Chatfield. Yeah. Okay. And then Claude. I think my logout and re-login has changed something. Yeah, I'll just let it go. I think that's enough to get it going. So we can talk about getting started. The quick thing is find any example. Any place is the best place to start as long as you're typing on the keyboard. And so, for example, for me, my goal here was kind of just enjoy, it's just completely hobby, open source for fun here. But the point is, I began with a completely different project. Was that Claudey with a Chance of DevOps? That's still the title of the YouTube videos. Um, I began with a completely different project, and I thought, ooh, really, I just thought, oh, Claude Code is so much fun. Could I make it build a whole website? Could it be like a um, substitute engineer, or could it build an entire solution like vibe coding, basically like vibe DevOps? And this is a interesting question, but finally just building this a little bit, I actually built a little front end. I was kind of exploring, okay, there's a chat maybe on the right and there's a window on the left, all of this. But then I became really kind of fascinated with was this interview process. Just in a little note here, yeah, interactive mode. In all of these notes that I wrote to myself, I just said, oh, we're going to need an interactive mode. We're going to have to do Q&A and ask the user lots of questions and get the scope, get the constraints, get the budget, and maybe follow up and maybe go deeper. I don't know. And so then I went on a side quest. I just sort of paused my work on this project and jumped over to Chatfield. And the reason is it feels more feels more tangible. It feels more real. It's more simple. It's not vibe DevOps, whatever that is. It's just, hey, can we do like HTML forms where I want some information? And can I use the new AI tools and all of that to make this conversation? So now I believe I'm building a useful project, which is helpful and which is clear. I think clarity is important. And so that's why getting started anywhere, I think, is better than finding the perfect starting point. Even languages, I'm in this project basically teaching myself TypeScript because I'm trying to support two languages. So learning a language is fine. And then with data, I guess the thing I would just say, the only thing with data or like cloud things or a lot of data tools is they can become expensive if you're not careful. And so I think you can do everything prototyping, a lot of data work can be done in a small level just on your PC, on your laptop, and then scaled out, or you can make a demo, or you can, so I say you can keep it simple. And then with data, well, I don't know that data is a big field. There's like data engineering and making data, data systems. There's data orchestration. There's data governance. There's a lot of it. But anyway, the main thing is start with something simple and just be programming. And then as you move and change it, then it's really easy to follow your nose. That's been my feeling. So that's why I've built Chatfield here, just following my nose. Okay, so let's see. So I just made a rookie mistake here and ruined my Visual Studio Code work that I did. And then I've asked Claude to clean up the mess. I don't remember why. I guess I could go back and check my video. I updated all of this. Yeah, I updated all of this. And then I guess I dropped all those changes out of my commits. Okay. All right, let's see. F5. Did it just fix it instantly? Go. Yeah. Good. Okay. Now I had other Oh, good. So we've got some the debugger's working. Let's just clear that out. Go. Look at all these passes. I love it. Is this the real prompt query? 67 passing? Yeah. Love it. 27 warnings. I don't care about warnings. Oh, another little bit of feedback I would have for beginners. Something one of my heroes said, Isaac Schluter, this guy who created NPM. Yeah. Is this his is this LinkedIn or something? Yeah. Purity is for monks. He said, but don't worry about purity. If you want to worry about purity, you can ordain, you can become a monk, no problem. But so in my example, I'm not obsessed with this test suite or this test coverage passing or these warnings just yet. I think the reason is the problem with the sort of trying to make everything perfect and everything pure is that everything I'm doing, everything I'm doing casually, that's an entire profession, you know, like this testing and this test driven development or this test coverage or in other contexts, oh, this this data state, this reducer function. Is this it? No, no, wherever my reducer function went. Interviewer.py, it's right here at the top. I don't know. Like this is map reduce and high scale, you know, data processing is a whole profession. It's a whole specialty. And so there's always a better way to do something, which is basically just more work and more time. And so I think something Claude Code doesn't really do well that I think humans still do naturally is is like remember the the goal and then to do only the things that you need to get to that goal and not to worry about doing things perfectly. So in my example, for example, firstly, I know there's some Python, there's definitely some TypeScript, and I just don't even know the language, and I'm not programming it well. Even in Python, I've noticed I have like old-fashioned Python, and I might go and up teach myself, but it's not stopping me from shipping something useful. So perfection is overrated, purity is overrated in my opinion, in making software. Just getting it working is the only major priority, if you ask me. Okay, so this is working. So Python's working. Let's try TypeScript. I'm not optimistic. I think there's something with this path. Oops, that's Python. That's not gonna work. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. And then let's switch to TypeScript. Debug current file. Let's try that. TypeScript, yes. So then if we're in favorite number, yes. Okay, so I think I'm gonna try again. I think maybe that path problem it was inherited from this path problem. So now if I type npx, it works again. So if I run Claude, oh, oops, not Claude. If I run Visual Studio Code, I think that might work. I think that might fix it. I don't know what went wrong. I think maybe my logging out and logging in. I have no idea. Or maybe I don't know. Okay, come on, Schwartz, ready, set, go. Yes, and npx, yes. Yes, that did fix it. I don't know what went wrong, but it fixed it. Okay, compile a graph. We can break there, or we can stop breaking. There's my conversation. Hello, I'm excited to chat. And no, I say 42, it crashes. Yes, okay, we're caught up. What time is it, 7:30? Good, we're caught up with kind of yesterday's progress. Okay. Oh. Yeah, yes, just start typing. It was your question. Uh, it sounds it sounds simple. Okay. So what I guess about just start typing, something I'm saying also is you can choose because you can move around so much in programming. It move from one language to another or from PC to Mac. All of this, it's all close. You know, it's not the same as moving from Python to financial forecasts. You know, where it's a completely different profession and career and expertise and all of this. the good thing about that is you can choose any language you like, or something less common, or any platform you like, or any technology, or anything. It's way useful to find anything that you enjoy doing, and then to switch from that to something else is like 10% effort to switch from Python. I mean, you can watch me teach myself TypeScript here. It's not been that bad, and I have not even really like opened a book and really even taught myself. I've been cheating. I've been cheesing this TypeScript, and it's mostly working. And this is how everyone learns at a professional level. This is how everyone learns, and I can definitely tell you, as a consultant, there's a massive deadline, and you must learn it. And the only way is, it's not just me, it's millions of people doing this job formally or informally, learning on the go, on a deadline, get it working enough. I think it's easy to stumble and do that and make mistakes, but that's a great way to learn for yourself, for sure, is get something done and learn as you go and learn as you build. And don't worry about learn everything. Don't learn chapter 1 and then chapter 2 and then chapter 3. You can just kind of do it. I've heard people say the music is the same. Some people want the foundations and the theory and build up. And some people say, just teach me to play this song, teach me that song, teach me that song. And they can get good just from learning song after song after song without really ever knowing a theory of it. They're great musicians. So if the question is be fun at a party, then the job is complete. If the question is know everything about music, then it's not. And so for programming, to me, it's not important to know everything about programming. It's important to get something done, to translate a language, or to solve something for humans. All right, so we're off. I think I fixed these weird issues. I fixed my TypeScript issue. I don't know what it was. Don't care anymore. We're back to everything normal. So let's see how Claude Code. So Claude Code fixed the interviewer's reducer. Yes. And then Claude Code fixed the reducer. Thank you. And then you implemented proper merge logic. Thank you. And then you added change detection. Thank you. So I will, now it didn't run, I think it failed in the same way. Oh yeah, this was my failure. Okay. Okay, so initialize. Yeah, it was after the listen. That's definitely what it was. Okay, let's try to solve this. I don't know what's going on. So we just got an object for some reason rather than this interview. Somebody is sneaking an object. Now, one thing I might do is in the merger, maybe I could throw an exception if the object, if this A or B is not oh my gosh. Okay, JSON.stringify. Wow. Whew, I guess so. We'll keep it for now. Yikes. Does TypeScript guarantee me like a consistent field order or something? But whew, I've seen this sort of thing a lot. I've never seen it in like good code or like production code. I mean, I guess so. Anyway, no significant changes. So let me just check in here. Yeah, let me throw an exception. Is not a let's see if it can complete me. No. Oh, look, and there's this any. I could actually do it at the type level, couldn't I? No. It's not. Let's try this. If object A is not an instance of interview, throw an error. Do it. Why are you doing that? If not a Chatfield instance, right? But why are you doing object? Is there no interview object in here? Come here. Yeah, there's the interview object. And then here, right? Expected. Let me look for that. Expected. This one exactly. This one right here. Nope, not that one. This right here should be an interview object. Instance of. Okay, so it's the same as JavaScript. Instance of. There's a keyword. So let's just do that. If not, let's do that. If not a Chatfield, right, is an instance of interview. Let's do that. Let's throw. Yeah. Yep. Thank you. And then if, we'll do it for B. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whoops. Come here. Close it. Okay. Let's try that, and then I'll break on each of these lines to see what's going on. So hopefully this object will no longer stick. It will no longer be stored into the state because my reducer will catch it. It's the interview object. I think that's right. Check Chatfield changes. Whoops. I think I did it in the wrong object. That's why it's complaining to me. I'm doing it in the wrong. I need more coffee is what's going on. Okay, go. Let me take all that. This is all wrong. It's not check. It's the interview. Whoops. Oh, they define it. They define it in proper order. Merge. Here it is. It's these merge. Oh, look, the logic's already here. Wait, if A. Oh, reconstruct from plain object. Wow. Okay, maybe that's failing. Let me paste this in here. Oh, look, they are passed in. Yeah, A and then B. A Chatfield. A, let's just do this. Do it like that, I don't care. This is temporary code. A, B, and B. All right. This is ridiculous. Of course it's an interview instance. This is not going to throw. I'm wasting my time. Let me just pause. I don't even know. Look, type checking. Yeah. I don't think any of this matters. I don't know. Let's... Okay, I know what I want to do. Expected state to be an interview class, and I got an object. And it happens after I do a message. So let's go into the, let's pause in the go method also. Go right here. Let's maybe pause here if there's a, this is, if we're continuing the conversation, let's maybe pause here. Here's some state. Let's do that, and then let's go. Ready, set, go. All right. Hello. So I say 42, and we pause here. Let's look at this current state. What's in the state at this moment before the command runs? The current state.values, that's where they're... Ah, look, the state is wrong. Okay, the state is already wrong. That's good. Look, current state.values is an object. Yeah, look, it's been this interview. So it kind of still works because the only thing anyone ever does with this object is go into that underscore Chatfield data. And that's a plain object. That's a type dictionary in Python and I guess a TypeScript. Does TypeScript still call them objects like JavaScript does? I don't even know. A mapping or whatever, a hash. So that's good. I don't need to let it run and then crash. I've already caught this error. So the state is wrong when I run go. So I wonder if that means that I wonder if so it's something about the interrupt, I think. Okay, stop it. It's something about that interrupt, right? If I look, there's one interrupt call in the entire thing. Let's just look at the state before I run it. Let's look at the state after I run it. Remember this interrupt, the first thing it does is basically crash execution. I think internally it throws an exception. So this code runs once and then stops, and then later this code all runs again, and then interrupt does return the human input, and then it's allowed to proceed executing. That's a big LangGraph. That's a big LangGraph architectural feature. So let's just try that with these two breakpoints. Let's just go. Let's close the Python, and off we go. Okay. Okay. All right, let's look at the state now, right? Now, I think I did a get state interview, so it would have thrown already. So my state must be, so this interview object must be a proper interview object. Here it is. Oh, so it's this, so it's a oof, dear. So it's a proxy around an interview. Yikes. Where did that proxy come from? Meaning like, who called that? Control F, proxy, like that. Here it is. So here's Python, no, no, no. Here's TypeScript, builder, create field proxy. That's a field proxy. No, here's something. Right, new proxy, search for that. There we go. Oh, here's the plan. Nope, this is a markdown file, don't care. Proxied interview. This is a, okay. 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 So the build method builds this proxy. And of course, this doesn't exist in TypeScript, in Python, because the point of this proxy is to intercept getting this property. And if it's a field, return either null or a field proxy, right? Oops. If it's got a field and field.value and field.value, sorry, yes, that's correct. Then we're going to make a field proxy. All right. Okay, I think I know the bug. I don't know where exactly it's happening in the code, but because objects are serializing and deserializing through storage, they're being sort of recreated. I know exactly. In Python, it's using this kind of pedantic style. Basically what it's doing, it's passing all this underscore Chatfield keys and values to the initializer of the object, and you're expected to just scoop up all those values and rehydrate, or hydrate your these objects state. So then this is only doing this. Yeah, this is only doing this during the build step. This needs to move into some sort of initializer. Okay, so then, like, I almost want to throw an exception if I say, all right, well, what about, like, if I go to this interview, I feel like I want to go into the interview constructor. I want to go into this interview constructor. Here it is. Either this interview constructor, let's see, in the builder, typed interview. I see. Oh, look, it makes it a new one right here. Okay. I may have the same challenge. I know in Python it took me there was some work to get all this serialization and deserialization working. That was the first major challenge of this project. So maybe something similar's got to happen in TypeScript. This kind of won't work. Maybe return proxied interview as typed interview. Oh, that's awesome. With all the generics, that's really cool though. Maybe I'll chat with it in type. So right, so here's my, okay, so if I go back into the code, where are we? We're going to run the interrupt. And so, where's my debugging? Come here. And so, the interview object is this nice tidy proxied object. And for the, oh yeah, this is exactly what happened in Python. The first time there's human interaction is the first time your data truly round trips into the storage and back out. And so that's the real test. So TypeScript is just not round tripping through storage. Great. This is just new stuff that needs to get working. Right. Awesome. So I guess the next question is, I did a lot of work in Python, like tracing through where does it serialize? Like where does all this, the line graph code and all this stuff do all of that? I don't want to spend that sort of time. What do I want to do? So I'm gonna let it run, and then I'm gonna say 42, and then it's gonna stop there. It's already wrong. The state's already wrong. It's already repopulated. Yeah. And it's wrong now. Where's that current state dot values? Yeah, here it is. This interview object is an embarrassment. Yeah, new. Okay, good. We're moving forward. This is the right bug. So, what does that mean? What do I need to do? Maybe the first thing I'll do. Okay, I'm gonna do what I always do. I'm gonna start Claude Code and investigate on my own, and I'm gonna erase Claude Code. Okay, this launch. Um, Whatever. Bad commit messages. Okay, this doesn't matter just yet. Oh, a little bit of this is okay. This merger, I'm gonna add that in. Oops, I'm in Python. Let me just move to TypeScript for consistency. Git add dash patch. All right, off we go. Whoa, split it. Yikes, this is a bunch of code. Okay, so this is checking for changes. We'll take it. And then fine. Exactly, I don't know about that. Handle deserialization. No, I don't want these changes. That's what I tried that and that was unhelpful, so I don't want that change. I do want this change, yes. Whew, that's not great, but okay, we'll keep going. Yes. I mean, that's just going to instantly become inaccurate. Um, what is this? Tool node? That is wrong. Why is this changed? The interviewer. Oh, I think I don't want this change. I don't know what this is relevant. Let's not do that. And then what is this? If there's no field metadata, skip if field metadata not found. Fields. What is this? In the interviewer? There must be field metadata. Let's not do that either. Did it just create this? I don't like these changes. And then those are my notes to myself. Okay. Whoops, there's more. Oh, match Python. Oh, that is a good change, but I don't want it in this commit right now. Okay. So these are my commits that I added in. Git diff dash dash cached. So these are the commits. All right, let's check that in. That's somewhat decent. What do I want? Mostly similar reducer. What is it called? Interviewer? No, interview. reducer in TypeScript. Wonderful. So now I got a few changes. Git add dash patch. What else do I want? I don't want this. That was my code I wrote. I think I don't want that. I think Claude Code did that. I didn't ask for that. I don't know what I'm doing. Either I didn't ask for that or I'm way under caffeinated and don't remember. Okay. The same. I don't know what that is. No. This is a graph input. Don't include interview in initial state. Let's do that. So I do want this. That's it. Parallel with Python. Wait, parallel with Python. I think that's correct. Okay. And then all of these changes are unwanted now. And then let me see, do I even want this message? When the test run with the fixtures, it's routed. Oh yeah, the tool stuff was also trouble, but I'm not as worried about that. I think that's just a matter of getting it working. Okay. The serialization and deserialization was trouble in Python. Okay, I don't want any of these changes then. So let's pull them out. All right, they're gone. Okay, push. All right. So let's get back into, okay, so the point was clear. I was going to ask Claude Code. Okay, yeah, let's get back in planning mode. In TypeScript, upon interrupt in the interviewer, the interview object does not round trip correctly through the serialization. Let's just say ser/dser. I think it'll understand. Right. In Python, it does. You can see the initializer. The initializer, let's just say, yeah, code, and right. Okay. Next, but what is it called? The constructor. Simple. Furthermore, the fields do not work as is, but require a proxy, which only the builder produces. I think we need to support deserialization, right? Is that what I'm trying to say? Yeah, deserialization via the constructor, and somehow like maybe the reducer merger function in TypeScript could do it, since that is responsible for deciding what ultimately passes through to storage. I'll just let it think on all that. And then I think, yeah. Okay, so my concern is this constructor. I don't think I can like return a proxy object from this constructor. You know? Almost certainly is not allowed to return, yeah, a value. And so what that means is if the LangGraph code is sort of naively just repopulating, like I could break here. If it's just naively repopulating this, there will never be a chance to wrap it in that proxy object like the builder does. Where is that? Proxied interview. Yeah, as typed interview. This is awesome. And these typing really, this is what helps this is the typing. This is what I spent a lot of effort to get, is instead of just anything goes JavaScript style, there's all these types, there's all these fields. It's all proper. So I think like this sort of needs to move somehow. And I believe that most of this code could possibly move into the merge code of the interviewer. Let's see, what is this node name equal? I don't care about that. But if I look for the merge, these merge interviews here, I think maybe I could cheat and wrap it in the proxy here just before I return it. You see these A and B. So it will come out of storage sort of wrong. Yeah, it'll come out of storage. I'm actually a little curious, how did it pass? How did it make it here? But so that's my theory at the moment, is maybe this merge interviewers could in fact promote uh, promote something up into that proxied object, or maybe it is. Oh, I know it. Well, I'm not sure. I thought it was an interview object. It just doesn't have the proxy wrapped around it. But then when I print out, it just said object. It just said type object. Okay, that's my thinking. Let's go read. Let's go read. Create a proxy wrapper utility function. Yes. In interview.ts or in a new file. Yep. Wrap interview with proxy. Definitely. This function I will help. Yes. Yeah, I think a new file. What else do I want to say? So that'll be a difference in the Python and TypeScript code, but that's fine. Upgrade the builder, definitely. Now fix the merge interviews reducer. After reconstructing, wrap it with the proxy. Definitely. Ensure the returned interview is always properly proxied. Yes. Update the interview constructor. Add logic to detect when being constructed from serialized data. Sure, I'll let it try it. Add test to verify. Interview survives serialization and deserialization. I kind of don't care. Field access works after interrupt resumed. I don't care about all of that. Transformations are accessible after resume. I don't care about all that because the other tests test that, and my testing will test that. I don't want this. Okay, so as usual, I don't want Claude Code getting distracted with unit tests. Alternative considered. Built-in field access method, no. Custom serialization, no, definitely not. Okay, let's do this. And then, off you go. All right, let's see what it does. This inner init, let me find in that Python, what was that? Inner init, here it is. That was just to catch an exception. Oh yeah, the only reason for that was to catch an exception. Oh, I wrote a comment. The deserializer can catch an exception. And so the only thing I could do is at least just print it. It would squelch the exception was really the problem. Oh yeah, I remember complaining. I remember seeing like this just try catch in the middle of the, like literally just catch all errors. Do it. In the code. Okay. Let's try it. Let me test. Let me click off my camera just for a moment here. Where is it? HDMI? Is that me? Is that me? Yep. So let's see what it's doing. Our changes rolling in already. Section.json, don't care. This oh, nice. So this is the new file. Good. And does it, but, oh, I thought it had to have the types in there. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought, let me go read it. I thought in my builder, that proxy code. Oh, look, the builder's changed as well now. It's gone. Okay. Create field proxy. Wrap interview. Now, wait a second. Create field proxy and wrap. Okay, let's just go read it. What else has changed? Proxied interview equals wrap. Yep. Oh, and create field proxy is inside that. Okay, so that's totally correct. Totally correct. So that wrapper must import the create field proxy. Is that what's going on? Where was that? There's a new interview proxy and it must import the create field. Yes, yes, perfect. Whew, I gotta fix the syntax. Because I'm not writing so much code by hand, especially in TypeScript, I don't mind, you know, breaking from my personal style. I usually don't write semicolons. Um, but that's because I usually start projects rather than, you know, uh, I start a lot of projects. So it's less important. Okay. What else has changed? The interviewer. Wait, has Claude Code finished? No, still going. Ouch. What are you doing? NPM run build? Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Line graph slash pre-built? Line chain slash line graph. Hmm. Yeah, what is this gathered class? There are some TypeScript compilation issues. Yeah, there are. Sure, let's try a TS ignore for now. I don't like that though. All right. Oh, I see. It's running the builder tests. Okay. Create a simple test. Okay. I don't like that. I don't like this thing making tests. Every time this thing, half the time this thing makes tests and then decides what to do on the basis of those tests, it's wasting time and tokens. Mm-hmm. Is there any more as int? This as int is driving me crazy. Python, TypeScript. It's in the Claude.md. That's the problem. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. I think I specifically told it to fix that and it did not. So that's something that Claude Code didn't get right the first time. Again, it's real-time code. It's not. Okay, good. It claims to be done, so that's fine. Let me just kind of clear this out. Or actually, yeah, let me clear this out. Um, like casing. All right, let's get it fixing all that. Okay. Uh-huh. And hopefully it'll fix these as lang. Okay, so then what's changed? We got this new TypeScript interview proxy. So I could run the test suite. Let's switch over to TypeScript. I should, the test suite did run. So what, npm test, we could try. Let's be brave. Conversation. Uh-oh, this might be timing out or something. Okay. This feels like it's timing out. Let's try this. Interviewer conversation. Yeah, npm test. Right, let's do it like that. What is that? Custom transformations. Interview. These all pass. Okay. Looks like conversations are kind of broken at the moment. Okay, fine. Fine. Source interview proxy. Okay. So the builder, let's go look at the differences. So we're checking in the interview proxy, right? The builder only did those changes. So we like that. Okay, so let's add that. And then the interviewer. So why is the module tool node and tools condition? Why was that failing? That was working. And why is it failing now? I'm reverting that out. This is the sort of thing Claude Code always does wrong. Claude Code would rather finish than finish correctly, really. Or Claude Code would rather be finished than not finished. And correctness is less important. Okay, so let's pull that in. That's fine. What is this? Interview state? Oh yeah, that's oh, this is a little bit misnamed. This is not really interview state. It's like interviewer state, but that's okay. It's all the messages. It's the interview object and all the messages. Perfectly fine. This reducer. Should I have a default value? Don't know. Don't care. Okay. Let's go look at changes. That's it. Aha. Merge. Oh, so this reconstruction thing. Okay, so I'm going to keep it. In fact, I'm just going to add it in. Let's check all that in. But it's definitely broken. So I don't love it. Let's assume it works and hopefully I can amend a fix into here. Interviewer must must wrap. Right. I mean, that's the point, is it has to be the proxy. Wait, what? Following files have oh yeah, hold on. Cancel. Do I need to save this? Save it. Commit. There we go. Okay. What's changed here? What's changed here? Oh, let me pull that out. I don't want that. Yep, don't want that. Okay. That's gone. Is Claude Code finished? Come here. Thank you. Let's just check in all these. Yeah, readme, syntax, update, whatever. Okay, so that's all done. So let's go debug some more. Okay, I think I'm ready to run it and debug it. Let's do that. Get that out of there. Get that out of there. What are we doing? Okay. I want to run it and debug it. And in the interviewer, let's just pause at the first step and just go. So save that, go favorite number. Thank you. Here we are. Okay, so this is the constructor, and it should get a bunch of like empty stuff, right? Type, number, interview, description, roles, Alice and Bob, mathematician. Now, why are these roles like lost? Seems like these roles are actually passed in. In fact, this is totally bizarre. Why does it? Oh, it takes the type. Oh, roles or. Okay. Or, oh, this is not great, but that's okay. Okay, so roles or this literal object. I see. And so these roles are coming in, Alice and Bob. I see. And then, and type and traits. Okay, wonderful. And possible traits. Okay, got it. Fields, same thing, right? Favorite and reason. And then here are the fields. Okay. Cool. So that's this constructor. So will I ever see anything? Oh yeah, these fields will have values in them at some point. So let's go. Go. Start the interview. Okay. So I say 42. All right. So we're getting the state. Why are we getting the state? Because we're in listen. Okay. Yes. So what is this object? It's going to be, well, let's see. Step over. We're going to throw. It's already been, it's already wrong. Oh, it's just like Python. We're just deep in this. Look, this pregel. This is exactly what happened in Python. I had to figure out the entire like execution path. Okay. More coffee. Let's get a lot of coffee. Oh my goodness, there's a lot to. Okay. All right, so here's my question. I thought my merger would be running. Did I just forget? Hopefully, I just forgot to break in the merger code. Where's that dang merger? I always forget. No. So my merge interview never ran. It never ran. That can't be right, though. Merge interviews. Let's go see. Merge interviews, right? There's my reducer. Merge interviews. I even did this. I've done this already, right? Return. Something like that. Right. Right. Does that run? Is that a syntax error? Nope. Right. Go. Mm-hmm. Get the state, and it's already wrong. Those mergers have never run. I believe. Okay. This is wrong. Mm-hmm. Let's just break it here because it always goes to here. Okay, so I can't. I'm surprised that constructor runs one time. Why does that constructor run once? Mm-hmm. So this is the very first constructor, and where's that running? Chatfield builder.build. Okay. Build. Okay, so this build is finishing. So this is create. This is favorite numbers. Mm-hmm. So this build is running. And then after that, the constructor never seems to run. I wonder if that's a bug. I wonder if that's a line graph bug. Because my expectation is, I felt like in Python, what I learned is, oh gosh, it's always, or maybe we can try this, right? Whoops, what am I doing? In the interviewer, I thought what I learned is the reason there's types is so that I can say, yikes, I can say, um, that my merger has to take these types, and then furthermore, that the state um, has this interview type right here. I thought that was the whole point. Okay. Okay. And then this never runs. Merging interviews. It never ran, did it? Nope. No. Now, I did have this default value there as a... That used to be in the code. I don't know if that'll help trigger what I want. And also empty list is incorrect, but let's just try it. Ooh. Oops, wrong file. Nope. All right, what else? Yes, constructor, perfect. Hey, I got a merge. What's my A? Is it an empty list? Cool, and I got a B. I got an object. Hey, I cheated and I got it. I think this worked. Okay. Let's try again, but instead of empty list, we'll go null, because empty list is slightly weird value, right? Is it an empty list? No, it could return anything. Oh, why is my IDE complaining to me? Type is not assignable. Fine, is not assignable. Sure, it's got to be an interview, but I can pass an empty list. How about an empty object? Is that allowed? Actually, let me try this null and see if it runs. If that's a real error, then fine. I'll fix that. Ready, set, go. Oh, this is gonna work. This is gonna work. Okay, go. Uh-huh. Okay, A is null, and then B is my object. Totally works. I see. By giving it a primary value, it's forced to call my merger rather than just populate it blindly the first time. That's tricky, but I think it's work. I think I see what's happening. Okay, so let's see if I can satisfy it. I don't really care. Did empty list work any better? It must have not worked any better, right? Default. Yeah. What is that? It's not assignable to type interview. Default null. I mean, could it be like this? Interview or something like that? Does that work? No, right? And how does it know this default? Whoa, loading? I don't even know. Okay. Do I like that or do I not like that? Let's try it. Here we go. We're learning TypeScript. Here we go. I'm learning TypeScript. Let's see. I feel like that or null is fine. You just initialize it with null. Start it out with null. That's fine. Okay, initializer. Ready? Go. All right, we're merging. A is null. B is an interview. Oh, B is a proxy. Yes, exactly. Yes, 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 yes. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, so let's see if this works. I'm going to let it go, and then it's going to catch here. Okay, perfect. So let's just stop and clean things up. Whoa, where was that? Merge interviews. Here, okay. So let's just tidy this back up. A and B is going to map to merge interviews for A and B. Yes, exactly. And the default is going to be that. Could I do like this? Could I put the default on top? That seems more pleasant. It seems a little nicer. And then, whoops, I saw that too. I saw that. Calm down. Okay. So then, why is this A? Argument type is not assignable to parameter type interview. Oh my God. Oh yeah, merge interviews. Yeah. Let me try something real quick. So then if I go to merge interviews, so could A be interview or null? Is that like the way that could work? And then we return an interview? We could do that. If A, if B, right? I could say like if not A and not B. Yeah, exactly. No. Return yeah, new interview basically, right? And then let me just make a little message. hardly matters because I don't think this will happen, but let's see. Let's see if this is better. I mean, I don't know if I'm learning TypeScript or if I'm just forcing TypeScript to become more and more kind of dynamic typed or untyped, and more and more kind of sloppy. But that's what I was saying earlier. Let's get code working and then we can have pull requests. We can upgrade to proper discipline in the future, as the priorities kind of, as it makes sense as a priority. So I think, oh, I see. The default value is also a little bit of a, right. The default value is slightly annoyed also. So this does have to be or null, right? Okay. Neat. That like instantly worked. That was actually the first time I've enjoyed something happening with a type in like 15 years. Really cool. Okay. Cool. So let's try that. Yeah, and I still think I think I still have it hung. I think I still have a breakpoint. All right, so this initializer, I kind of don't care as much. I'll keep it for a moment. Here we are. Wonderful. So A is an interview. Oh, A. Null. And then that's a proxy. Okay. So let's do, here's the point, right? I think I want to do like, yeah, let's do this maybe. Function ensure proxy. Like, let's say result. Yeah. Yeah. Like, yeah, I think that's exactly correct. And then for now, I'm going to make it to do. And then I'm just going to return that interview object. And the reason for that is I'm going to start calling it, right? Ensure proxy. I'm going to call it everywhere in my code. Right. So now that does ensure the proxy. So then what I would say is, let's say if not A, exactly. Ooh, do I want that? Does TypeScript let me do it C style? B bang. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, fine. I'm not going to do that. People are going to panic. Only C programmers do that these days. Okay. Um, yeah, let's keep going. If not A and not B. So I'm going to make it parallel. I almost want to do like this. Yeah, let's do that. I'll break the rules a little bit. It looks better. And why are you freaking out? You think B might be null? Oh, what's the coding error? Let's actually pause. Let's actually stop it. Why is... Oh my God. Oh, ensure proxy takes an interview and B might be null. It's not null. I thought it spotted stuff like this. That's fine. You could do like this. Oh, interview or null. Yeah, we could just do that here. Huh? And then why does that do that? Oh my God, I hate types. Okay. Hold on. Let's just kind of pause it for a second. That's fine. I see. So let's just cast it. Fine. Can I do it on both? Just to stay parallel. Okay. Wait, are you gonna interview or null is not assignable to type interview? I think we're good. I think we're good. I think this will run, right? Go. Oh my God, data types. Why do people do typing? Why do they hurt themselves? Okay, cool. Right. Okay. Fine. Let's let it crash. Okay. So let's go back to that interviewer. So the point is, I actually have to do that. Oh, look, there's a wrap interview proxy. P. To do we want all this? I guess we could. I don't love this. Okay, return A, return B. Return A, return B, return. So basically, I know what I want. Where's that wrap code? I want to put that in my return statements. I want to basically wrap the return statement. I don't know why. So you could basically do like this, right? Yeah, let's just return it, huh? Or let me do this. Because that's a little easier in the debugger. That's just slightly more convenient in the debugger. That's all. Break it here. I think I could teach myself the debugger a little better. Oh, wait a second. This B is definitely wrong. Thank you. All right. Perfect. So we're going to break on that return. And then the point is, yeah, like every return statement now needs to use ensure proxy. Boom, boom, boom. Return. So this A, but hopefully, let's get that out of there, right? Get that out of there. A, B. So this return A will do ensure A, B. I guess. How many more return statements? I'll just keep going. I don't love this code, but it's gonna work. And I don't know. I'm sick of modifying this. I feel like if I start adding these proxy wrappers mid-code here, I'm gonna lose track of it, and I'm gonna make a bug. So this way is like, because I can just search in the text. I feel like it's not good. It's not great code, but it's more likely to be working today. Was that A? Return ensure proxy A. Let's keep going, yeah. Python assumes B has the latest info. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. This I've been losing sleep. I've been thinking about this at night when I'm alone with my thoughts. I've been thinking about this. Oh no. Reducer functions are very often not allowed to make assumptions about order. You have to do the hard work yourself of ordering them, and you have to order them in a distributed system. It's a total pain in the neck. It's a huge pain in the neck. You're not allowed to have, like auto increment IDs. You can't do that. And in principle, you're not allowed to do timestamps, but everybody does. It's a huge pain in the neck. Oh God. Okay, so that's why. So I think the point is, because I can just search for a return statement, right? And so that's going to wrap it. So that does it. That does it. It's not great code. It's not dry. There's all sorts of problems. But if I confirm that literally every return statement is calling an ensure proxy, I believe it'll be correct, even though it's kind of sloppy code. Yes. Where is that? No. Return. Yes. Okay, so I think that'll, to the extent that ensure proxy works, it will always work. It doesn't even have to be in line here. Yeah, it doesn't even have to be in line, but I'm going to keep it for a moment because I don't know what's going to happen next. If it works next, then this entire function will go away. Okay. Let's try that. So this is tons of breakpoints everywhere. Gee, where is it breaking? Whew. Yeah, this object.assign stuff, I don't want to break on this if. I want to break in the blocks. Yes. To see what's going on with this object.assign. Why are we doing that? I guess so. I guess I believe it. All right, let's try it. Let me close the or I know, I'll move it. Come here. Yeah. So I can go page up, F5. Off we go. Ooh, there's a message? People in the message are telling me about Claude Code. That's hilarious. I'll read it in 2 seconds here. Number interview. What is this? Yes. Proxy object. Wait. Ooh, proxy around an object is a little bit wrong though. Interesting. Maybe I need to like instantiate them. Yeah, exactly. Okay. 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 All right. Um, Let me stop this. I think this is basically working. So, I can switch myself back on. Oh, and people were commenting to me. I got a good comment that I'm not doing Claude Code. I got to do more subagents. I got to do more um dangerous. In fact, I think the dangerous. I'm overdue to turn on dangerous mode for sure. Now that I see what it's doing all this time. In fact, I'll do that today. And then about the sub agents, yes, indeed, everyone leaves them running. I wonder if you're an Anthropic salesperson, selling tokens because they're expensive tokens. Um, but uh, the answer is, besides just enjoying myself, I've I've been watching Claude Code. I think the massive bit of experience I'm trying to get here is sort of how to steer the vehicle. How to control the or Thai people have this kind of concept, this idea of the man controlling the elephant, and there's a kind of open question of who's in control. That's Claude Code to me. And so I've been asking myself, am I dumb? Or perhaps because fundamentally Chatfield is kind of meta programming. Um, I'm challenging it to do it in two languages at the same time. And then very soon I want to get this thing running on the browser. All of this should run on the browser as well. If it's running in TypeScript like this and all of the unit tests are passing, we should get it in the browser. So that's uh, and I don't know. It's all literally every keystroke is in these streams, and I feel like Claude Code, can sort of um, veer off the road and go in unhelpful ways. Um, Now, what I would think is what I'm predicting, I could do 20 sub agents, indeed, would be when this thing is done, tell it, build me this use case, build me that use case. So, for example, Dungeons and Dragons character creator, right? Welcome, fellow adventurers, right? Or speaks like a pirate. And what is it? Character creation would be a great example of conversational data collection. Job interview is another easy example. It's already in here. What key questions I want to know. A big reason I was inspired, I feel like interview and introduction, socially, we have little variables that are hidden, like this person's smart or dumb or impressive, or they said something. We're all doing that, and so I want this thing to track that. I want a hidden field so that if they mention, for example, mentoring in the job interview example, it was like, hypothetically, this is bad, this is unprofessional, but you would not ask about mentoring, but you would just keep it in mind. Or actually, what's much more likely is any sort of values concerns. If someone said something that I thought was a values concern, which I can say in years and years and over 1,000 screens, I've screened data scientists and software engineers and full stack developers and data engineers, and um, I don't have clear memory of a bad values concern. But that is that is important, and so that's something that I would track in my mind based on the conversation. And I think there's many other examples where it's like, oh, if something happens, I want to know, but I don't want to talk about it in the conversation. I think that's an awesome like use case, and like many more. Anyway, the point is, I think these sub agents could just deploy. I could say, you do AWS one in this way, you do Cloudflare, and you do this thing, and I want applications, and I want to vibe code. I would expect it to use Chatfield to build these applications quite successfully, way more successfully than, hey, we're building an entire new SDK for the modern, for the modern LLM um, world. So I'll get back to work. So thank you, thank you. Okay, I'll get back to work. So what were we doing, Langsmith? Okay. Oh, I think it was working. I remember. I think I was going to do it correctly. I think I was going to do it correctly. I understand it well enough, so I think I can do it correctly. So, um, not A and not B. This seems wrong. Let me throw, huh? I guess I won't throw. Let me just return A. I don't know. But be consistent. Okay. I don't even know if this is loud anymore. Okay. Yep, that's exactly how I feel. Okay. So I believe I can ditch this. I think I can go. No. I don't know if I like this. Let me think. I gotta be careful. Yeah, I think I just simply want to move this down here like that. I see. And then I think I want this. Where was that? I think I want this here. Boom. Right there. Like this. Something like if A. Something like that. B. Is that right? Whew. It's cheeky. Okay. A and B, famously terrible variable names. It's kind of okay in a little merge function. It makes a little more sense. Super bad variable names. Super bad variable names. Usually. But I love programming because there's always exceptions, and then there's exceptions to the exceptions. Okay. And so the point is, oh, what am I doing? I feel like I'm returning it. Wait, am I allowed to do that? I think I am, right? They're not const, right? What am I doing? Okay, that's the real code. Or I know what I'll do. I'll do it that way again. Is this valid? Come here. Wait, something's wrong. What's wrong? That's wrong. You're not gonna let me? You're not gonna let me? Are you serious? If this thing calms down, I'm gonna. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think the Python one is better. I think in Pylance, whatever's wired up, which I also all it does at this point of the project is annoy me and put red everywhere and um wag its finger at me while I'm trying to get work done. But like it's like this nasty school marm. But anyway, I believe if you have like an if statement, if you have some sort of guard, it knows about these guards. It knows that subsequent code is going to be operating in a different, condition, in a different context. And specifically, this A is now like, um, for example, the code in here is allowed to assume that A is not null. And so now, is that good? Is it catch? Is it the same? I'm gonna try it. Um, okay. So then, right. Let me keep the same logic. I want to keep it simple. Is it gonna work? Is that gonna work? So we wrap it, and if only one of them's defined, it obviously wins, right? All right, now you're gonna, all right, I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not gonna touch it. That's good enough. I've learned enough TypeScript. I've learned enough. Okay. Fine. Fine. I'm gonna have to ask, I'm looking forward to asking Claude Code to compare this in detail. No. I don't even know if I need this subclass logic anymore. Let me write that in. Probably could have removed it. Oh, you know what I'll do? Let me do it now. It's early. I haven't shipped anything. I'm gonna try to take 2 experiments at the same time. It's kind of dangerous. Actually, I'm gonna keep that comment, and I'm just gonna totally comment this all out. Cannot reduce. I'm gonna just comment it all out. Changes. So changes is legit. So it's just A and B back to normal, and that's just B or A. Thank you. So now what? I think that's legit. Yeah. I already. Okay. Fine. And these are all wrapped now. So everything I was concerned about, I guess I just got over it. So now they're wrapped and everything here is fine. They're allowed to be null if they want to be, just not at the same time. Correct. Why are you freaking out? Oh, you have to return an interview object. That's why I did that. I'll do it. I don't care. New interview. I'll do it. I don't care. And then I'm gonna wrap it. I gotta wrap it. What was that dang wrapper? Oh, ensure can go. What was that wrapper? Wrap interview with proxy. Whatever. Did I get it right? So it'd be like that. Just to be super consistent. Isn't it complaining? You see, now I'm like waiting for the school marm. I don't like types. I don't like types. I'm trying to ship TypeScript. I'm trying to impress other TypeScript developers, and I don't feel comfortable yet at all. Okay. So that's all commented out. This is awesome because if it starts working with all this stuff, I don't know, but we're not even subclassing anymore. I think it's irrelevant. So then I can look forward to just deleting all that code and maybe even doing that in Python as well. Yes, doing it in Python. Okay, we're checking for changes in some way I don't care about, and then we're moving forward. All right. Yikes. So maybe that fixes my serialization problem. Let's just pause. Let me just pause at the very beginning for now. I want to start over. Ready, set, go. Okay. I think I'm gonna skip this. Go. I can come back. All right, we're merging. What is A and B here? A, B. Yeah. Okay, so that's gonna. So that's gonna. This is good. Let me step over. Okay, so that's gonna skip, step over it. So that's gonna pass. Yes. So presumably it is. Well, let's see about this proxy stuff. That'll be fun. And b dot underscore Chatfield is definitely gonna match, right? Come here, B. Oh, look, B. Yeah, totally gonna match. B. Really? Is it empty? No. Let me try that as well. B as any. Whoa. Let me just go forward. I think it will pass. It didn't. But maybe that's because B is empty, is genuinely empty. Because isn't this thing, look, oh, there's the reducer. Nice. Right, and here we are. This is similar code if I recall though. Apply rights. I remember tons of list comprehensions that were pain in the neck to step through in the debugger. All right, I don't want to go here. So where are we? Back here. So we'll just stay with B then. Oh, look, there's its underscore Chatfield for sure. I saw it. Come here, B. Look, there it is. Okay. Thank you. Oh, look, Alice Bob. Underscore Chatfield. Here it is. Okay. Good. So that's all there. So that's basically fine. Let me see if this should have run at all though. Seems like b dot underscore Chatfield should have let's do this. Should have, it seems like that should have evaluated true. I don't understand why it evaluated false. That's what I gotta find out. Thank you. I like to reference it because I'm so nervous from mostly like web stacks. Oh, and then that's fine. Mostly web stacks where it'll compile out all your like unused variables and stuff, and then you can't debug them. Okay. So let's step again. So false, false. So yeah, I just want to grab that value because I would expect it to be true. I would expect go. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's all true. Okay. Oh, what is B? Oh, I wonder if B, let me see if I can evaluate this. I don't know why it won't let me evaluate stuff. B instance of interview. Yeah, why does it bust me like that? That's why I'm doing this. So we do like this, right? Instance of interview. All right, thank you. Thank you. And then if I break here, basically, and go. Where does that go? What is it, 9 o'clock? Okay. I think I'll fix this main bug today. If not, I'll be like hair's breadth away. I'll say play. Okay. So it's going to be false. It has to be false. Oh, it's doing not. Okay, okay, it's coming out true. Yeah, yeah. So it's doing not. So it is an instance. And so then it's not required to rebuild. I see. I see. I see. I see. So this is all, so this not is saying like redo it, kind of the same way I was doing. Okay. Okay, I'm happy. I'm happy. Oh, I'm just gonna sign new interview. Yeah, I'm basically happy. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's irrelevant to my merge logic. So that's great. So I don't need to block here. This is just this is what you do when you can't do duck typing. I love it though. I love it. I can't wait for it. TypeScript's going to be the like I think like more kind of high quality language of the two soon because of this foundation. So I'm not worried. I'm complaining a lot in the early days, but that's okay. Okay. So off we go. So this is fine. I'm gonna like write ensure we have interview instances with proper methods. Yeah, that's not. Seems like that would be an error condition. Yeah. How could this ever be false? A instance of interview and it's coming in here like null. But it's if A, right? If I guess what I'm saying is if A is true, it is definitely an interview. That's the point. If A is truthy, then it is an interview. So this would never evaluate true. If A is truthy, A instance of interview is always going to be true because it's not null. And then that's going to make it false. So yeah, this is like tautologically. This is gone. This is gone. I've talked myself out of it. Bye. Okay. Ooh, looking good. Looking much better. I'm so glad I did that. Okay. So now, perfect. Let me do this. Let me move that comment there. Okay. If not A, return B. Not B, return A. All right. Subclass is next on the chopping board. All right. Simple, simple, simple. Okay. We check for changes. These have already been, okay, the merger is super simple now. Okay, good. I'm happy. It's been wrapped. If A, wrap it. If B, wrap it. Wonderful. Okay. It's good to go. Let's run it again. Now, this should be approaching actually, hopefully fixing the bug. Now, if it's real TDD, I would have to write a bug that like represents this, but I don't want to write a lot of, I guess I could. I don't want to write a lot of code that round trips to the LLM for real. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see merge interviews. All right, off we go. So here, same thing. A is null and B is a proxy, correct? Yes. So go. Okay. Hello there. Failed to fetch info unsupported. Oh, hello there. I hear you have special fondness for numbers. Yes. So 42. So then what happens? Oh my God, it's still throwing. Okay. Is it just still a plain object here? Okay. Now, because I have this get state interview, I think I know what I could do. I could buy my way out of this with some technical debt. I could totally tech debt out of this, I think. I want to take on some debt. I want to take out a loan. I think because this thing was a this thing was a this get state interview was it's a watchdog. The point of it is to throw an exception when these are supposed to be invariants or something, you know? It's supposed to never be the case that I get an object which is not an interview. And that was the whole point of it all, I thought, in Python and in Python we have type dictionaries. And here we have all the stuff. So I just pull it out of the state and it's I don't know why this code is this way, but whatever. It's not an instance of interview. It's just this random object. It's not the proxy either, I think, right? Let me run again. It's definitely not the proxy. I don't think that's why it's failing that test. Okay, so I'll let it go. And this was the only, so that one's merging from like, actually, let me see. That should be merging from initialization node. I hope. Yes, perfect. Okay, so this is good. So the initialization, so that's quite far down the road of the execution pipeline. Running because that's just a node in my graph. So I'm thinking of it as initializing in my application, but it's just a normal. I think the first node of the graph from the begin, it goes begin initialize. So that's awesome. So it's going to replace that like null state with some state. So this is all great. Ready, set, go. Right. Okay. And so then by it throwing, I guess it threw already. Yeah, it threw already because so right now, if I could break it right now, the state might be, I'm not sure. I guess it depends. When does it suck the it's gonna pull the serialized state out of its storage, and then it's gonna try to repopulate everything. And that's why, and somewhere along the way, it's exactly what happened in Python in a different problem. All right, let's go. 42. So where does get state interview? Who's calling that? That's the listen. But this is the second run through. This is the second run through. Interrupt is going to, right? Start the conversation. Listen. Yeah. Listen has already printed. This is why I'm logging all this stuff. Listen has already printed. You see, yeah, it's, what is this? Am I breaking? Yeah, it's about to throw, but it hasn't even logged yet. So, which this is bad. This is why you're not supposed to do what I'm doing, is you'll throw exceptions before you log. But anyway, whatever, there's tracing, whatever. The perfect's the enemy of the good. So this is the second run through. And then what? Let me look at that state. Messages looks good. Interviews a total shambles. Yeah. So who put this together? Lang chain course. Right. Run with config. Yep. Merged config. Okay. What's this input here? Okay, that input's a state. Okay. So where'd that come from? Oh God, I'm in trouble. I'm debugging the code again. It's nice to step through with the debugger though. Invoke. Oh, invoke. Oh, this is just literally the invoke function? Nice. Runnable, callable. Yeah, I think so. Cool. This is the invoke function. That's not bad for the invoke function. Okay. Is there any fruit here? I don't know if this is gonna be useful. Tick. I don't know if this is gonna be useful. Okay. I feel like it did work. Okay. No. I've never done this. Okay. Oh yeah, let me think. I don't know if the interrupt ever ran. Okay. So I could take some tech debt. That's what I was saying. Is because this thing is wrapping, and I've already wired it into all my code everywhere else. In fact, let me just do this. State dot interview. So that's bad, right? So here it does it. State dot interview. Or this dot interview. Okay. System prompt. Okay. I could maybe fix it here. Yeah, I could fix it here. Okay. What is it? Why is it doing that? Okay. Oh, as any. Yikes. Okay. The interview object is state.interview. Okay, I could fix that too. Yeah, we could do that. Digest also does it. I could fix it there. Digest confidential. Digest conclude. Okay. And then we're back. Okay, so that's worth fixing. So the point is take on a little tech debt. I could just correct it here. I don't know if I like it, but let's see how much further it gets me along. So the point is, instead of throwing here, I could just correct it because I could do like this. The same thing I did before, right? What was that? Object.assign, all this crazy stuff. Where was that? Interviewer. Yeah, not a. Yeah, here, it was all this stuff. Oh, let me go find that. I think I want to get it back. Right? Yeah, it was all that crazy object.assign stuff. Let me go. Oops, I can find it here. Yep. So, let's see. I'm going to try this. Totally. That's exactly what I'm going to. So this would be the tech debt. This is kind of bad. This is kind of bad. Kind of. I mean, the thing with tech debt is 0 is the wrong amount of tech debt to it's just like real debt. You don't want 0 debt in most circumstances in general. You want a little debt. You want to you want a little credit. You want to have lunch with a friend and tell them, "Oh, I'll get lunch next time." Something like that. Everybody needs that. So tech debt's the same way, but also you don't want, too much debt. So right here, boom. It'll be something like that. So what is it? Ooh, it is const. Okay, watch this. Whoops. Okay, easy, 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 easy. This is why I don't miss Erlang sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Like that. And then do it again. Do it again. Yep. Like that. Maybe I'll put that there. All right, is that going to work? Why is it complaining? Number? Why does it think it's a number? I'm not sure if that's still valid or what. I'm going to save it. Okay. Oh, and then let me break on that. So that would be the tech debt, basically. Let me do this. I'm kind of sick of this code this way. I don't know why I'm doing this. Maybe it wrote it for me. So okay, fine. Got falsy. Okay, so what's today? Okay. So then I don't need this. Let's just clean it up, right? So if it's not an instance, then we're gonna freak out, right? And then why is this? Let me pause. Or let me mute. Okay. So why is it saying number? This is fine. This is fine. Let interview. I wonder if I do like this. Right? Can I do that? Are you gonna let me? Cool. But what's up with this? Excuse me? No, that can't be the problem. Right, why are you complaining? Let me try to run it. Sometimes the IDE disagrees with the runtime. So let me try to run that, and I'm breaking here. Ready, set, go. Ah. Ooh. This might be something silly. Excuse me? I'll do it again. Whoa, what have I done? Adjunct, what have I done? No, I must just have some. Let me just run this real quick. Let's see if I have a syntax error. Yes. I think I have a syntax error or something. Is it telling me? Ah, invalid assignment target. Oh, here's my error. Oh, 385. Boom, right here. Oh, so, okay, okay. Nope, I lost face. Type numbers, not assignable type interview. Okay. I don't know why it's saying number. If it's, and then this would never throw if this thing is an interview type. I guess I would have to do or null, huh? Same thing. So then it can be null. I think. Yeah. Yeah. Null is a possible interview value. So I could try, let's see, if I do new interview. Let me just go read the constructor. I think I could just use the constructor to do it all, right? I can use the, let me just read the, so if this is the constructor, yeah, you pass in the type, the description, this, the roles, and the fields. So I could just call it, and it's going to populate itself that way. Yeah, and the fields could have values. It's going to be fine. So let me just do, I don't know about this object.assign. Whoa, what are you doing? New interview. Mm-hmm. Right. I could do that model dump. No. It takes proper keyword arguments. Um, right? Let's just do it, right? It would be, yeah, I think this will work, right? If I say interview dot underscore Chatfield, is that gonna work? Dot. Yeah, exactly. Type, description. Let me see if it's gonna let me do that. I might need to cast it. Yeah, why is it doing this arithmetic? Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Why is it doing this arithmetic stuff? I believe it that it thinks it's a number. Why though? Is it something about, so it's saying arithmetic on an enum type? Let's see. Okay, so let's try. So let's try this, huh? Let's see if that works. Interview state type. So then that's done. So then this interview here can be true. Let's see if that simplifies things. So then it must be an instance of interview. That's the point. So what I could do is just check, does it have a proxy around it? That would be actually one way to find out. And then I wouldn't have to test all this instance stuff. Oh, I could also, let's see. How could I find out if it's a proxy? Let me go pull up that code. Where's that in the beginning, it's imported into this builder here. F12. Hey, what are you doing? F12. Oops, that's my volume. F12. Do I have audio? Good. Audio still works. Oh, people are messaging. I'll read it. I'll read it. Um, okay. Yeah, this new proxy here. Proxied interview. reflect.get. That's cool. Where's this reflect? Oh, it's built in now. Oh, neat. That must be TypeScript. That's cool. Okay. I'm gonna pause here. Let's see if I can make it proxy that thing. If I can make it catch there. Oh no, it broke before I. Oh yeah, because it doesn't even compile. I gotta fix my type errors before it compiles. But so the okay, I know what I want. Let me just pause that. Turn off the brake. Save. Go. Whoops, wrong file. Thank you. Go again. Right. So what I wanted to do was look at this proxied interview logger. Proxied interview. Right. Stop it. If it throws again, I'm gonna. Okay, good. So proxy, right? So can I say proxied interview instance of proxy? Right? Function has non-object prototype undefined in instance of check. Oh no. Okay. Proxied interview. Let me see. Is there any other way? I could just Google it. Handler is revoked. Whoa. Target. Okay. Okay, there's the target of the proxy. So here's a prototype. What's the prototype? Wait, the prototype is this object? Oh, whoa. Whoa. Oh, it's okay. All right. Okay. I don't want to get too far into the proxy prototype. Okay. So, yeah, let me just Google it. Yep. Not straightforward. Transparent virtualization. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. Weak set. Oh my God. What? Stores references to all proxies. Oh, ooh, God. Since weak set only holds weak references, it will not prevent garbage collection. And then you just check for, is it in the set? Oh, let's definitely do this. Let's definitely do that. Yeah. Is identifiable proxy. We're definitely doing that. Return object. Yeah. Underscore is proxy. Yeah. Yeah, let's definitely do that. So then that would, okay. So then here, so if it's a string and it's in the fields, then special handling, right? I guess we could say, let's see, if it's a string and, yeah, let's do this, right? So then that's going to be an if. And so then all this code indents. All right, so if it's a string and then all that happens and then that, okay. So this is no change. So if it's in the fields, that's fine. So then also I'll just do like this, right? If prop, let's just say triple equals proxied interview. Let's just do it like that, right? Right? Exactly. Exactly. Return true. Thank you. Yeah. Now you get it. Okay. So then this check goes here. Okay. So I'm just going to cheat a little bit here. So then if it's a string, we'll say, all right, if it's double under proxy to interview, let me copy that. I'm going to need that in 2 seconds. Copy. Then do it. Okay, so then to carry on with this tech debt in the interviewer, all this code here, yeah, exactly. I would just say If now I may have to do a little bit of casting, but whatever. Interview dot exactly. Let's just console.log here real quick. Yes. And then else, thank you. Thank you. So then I'm gonna, okay, so what I need to do is wrap it basically. Right? Is it gonna let me? Okay. Looks like it's letting me. Wonderful. So let me log it just for now. Right. I don't know. I feel like that's not in the scope. The proxy's doing that. So I feel like TypeScript would complain to me about this. But let's try it. We're close. We're close. Stop it. Go. This is the first run through. I'll just let it go. Merging. I'll let it go. This is another one. So who's running this? The merge. Okay. Fine. I'll just let it go. All right. So I'll say 42. Go. Okay. Wrap it for field access. Wait, is that in here? Uh-oh. My computer might have crashed. Hello, hello? I think maybe my computer crashed. Oh, nope, my mouse crashed. Man, I gotta charge my mouse? What's the fastest way to charge my charger? I think maybe my mouse crashed. How can I charge it? Where's my charger? What is that? Micro? Oh, God. Micro? Is this micro? No. Micro? Oh, jeez. Let me read comments. 24. Oh, 24 is way not too late. A good friend of mine, if you can hear me while I'm looking for my adapter, a friend of mine at McKinsey was an attorney for a few years, and then he taught himself JavaScript and became a software developer and changed careers. Where's my dang micro? I can't mouse if I can't micro. Let me check. Micro. Mm-hmm. Oh man, I'm so in the zone. I think my mouse died. Micro somewhere. Oh, that's micro. Is that micro? I think I found micro. Come on, Schwartz. Yes, that works. All right. Yeah, 27. I think you can kind of start um anywhere. All right, let's see if that was it. Yeah, because my keyboard's all working. Yeah, this is all working. So let me try. Oops. On. Come on. Yay! Mouse. Okay. Good. Oh, it was like just working, right? What was this wrap interview? Right, it doesn't log it here. It's logging it here. Exactly. Ooh, I forgot to break here, but this is good. So this is wrapping it. So now it's going to be the proper proxied object. This is kind of cheating. But so then let's see if I let it through, what happens? Okay. Interview._name is not a function. Okay, let's try that. Let's see. That's good. .listen, 352. Wonderful. Let me leave it here. I think this is a good stopping point. It's kind of broken, but I think this is a good place. So it's a lot of changes. Could any of these be broken out? Yeah, let me see if I can just say I'm simplifying my, so this is the proxy. Yeah, I can check that in independently. So let me say no. Like a helper to detect proxied objects. Yeah, that's fine. So then, whoops, what's remaining? Git add dash dash patch. Okay, so I'll take that. Woo! Yes, I will take all this. This is all the merging code. Yes. Merge. Mm-hmm. The answer is yes. And then do I want this? Interview. Yes, I'm going to take it for now. No, not now. TS reducer work. Okay, and then this, I'm going to check that in. Like unfinished work to like to always get the to always get a working interview object from this state. Now, actually, I need to do a quick update because I said, "Oh, I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it." So let me go there. So I said everywhere where I run interview dot no state dot interview VIEW here. I want to wrap that with my my code, my wrapper. That's the cost of this. That's sort of the tech debt is I'm kind of ruining all this code a little bit. So this is get state interview. Okay. So let's go to the top. Get state interview, and you pass in the state. Okay. So s state dot interview is going to change to, would it be this dot get state interview, and we pass in state? Is that how that works? Boom. And then that does it too. That does it too. That does it too. Yes. Yes. Right. Digest confidential. Digest conclude. Yes. Whoops. And I did it one too many times. Get state. Stop it. I know I messed it up in the, where is that? Come here, come here, come here. Nope. Here. You're right. That's not going to work. Awesome. Okay. Let's leave that there. That's still like unfinished work. Let me just check that in. Just check all that in. Okay. So then, I think I'll leave a message for myself and say, okay, let me just leave a message for myself right here. Yeah, basically can just a proper interview object, then like we can postpone the state round tripping stuff. So that's the point. If this little wrapper here can correct the round trip, because what definitely works, like the reason I took a lot of trouble and the reason I'm sort of halfway done already in TypeScript is because in Python I ultimately just shoved everything into this plain dictionary underscore Chatfield. It's not beautiful. It's not great. But what it is it's a comprehensive. There is nothing that those objects do, or there's no state, there's no data in any of those objects, which is not in that underscore Chatfield dictionary. And so it contains the blast. Contains the blast radius, right? The explosions can only be so bad. Um, so this is kind of taking advantage of that. That I can say, well, you did deserialize. If you can if LangGraph can deserialize that state and pass it in, I could recover. That's the word. That's why at one point I was thinking, oh, should the data definition be one bit of data, and then all the values be separate? And I decided no, I'm going to weave them together. The data definition will also include how uh, the values of the objects, the values of the fields, and the reason for that was I don't want to fight this again with a field object now, and then we're serializing fields and all this stuff. Um, so it's all just in one big object with everything in there. Okay, so I think that's good. So I'll leave that message for myself. Let me read what did I do 24 hours ago? Oh yeah, the reducer is definitely in good shape. Do not pass an interview to the graph input. Yeah. I think the reducer's done. Plus or minus for now. It may be a little cheeky with detecting differences and stuff, but I think for the most part for now, like it's just going to be this one's null, this one's not null. That's going to be the important thing. So I'm real happy with the reducer being completed today. And then I'm just going to have, I'm happy with the tech debt that I'm about to take on just a little bit to tidy this up. I think the reason it's acceptable tech debt is the information in the storage is unchanged. Like, LangGraph doesn't, uh, LangGraph is just storing this underscore Chatfield and it's just storing all these things. You can see it in all the Langsmith traces. So if the storage is proper and the serialization and deserialization is all proper, and I'm just being a little cheeky in memory, I don't mind that tech debt. That's basically what I'm thinking. Because again, I want to get this thing prompting. Got to get some work on the prompts. Got to improve. Does it work here? Does it work in different languages? Does it work in all these contexts I'm describing? So I don't want to be super super perfect or pure with this like you know this complex this graph architecture and all of this. I don't mind. I'll queue it up on the backlog, but it's not the priority right now. Okay, so I have my message for myself. I know where I'll pick up. This is awesome. Yes, I encourage everyone to do programming, to do start anywhere for sure, for sure. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See you tomorrow.